Good morning, everyone. Today I am in Cornwall, Pennsylvania. I believe it's Lebanon County, and I thought I would check out the Cornwall Iron Furnace. So I just happened to be driving. I saw a roadside sign that there was a historical site here, so I thought I would check this out. So I'm thinking this must have been a pretty large operation at one time. All right, let's see what we've got here. Cornwall Furnace, charcoal iron furnace built by Peter Grubb, operated 1742 to 1883. Wow. So it's the best surviving example of an early Pennsylvania ironworks. I guess the fact it went all the way to 1883, I'm thinking most of the ironworks were pretty much out of business by then. So maybe this was one of the last ones around, possibly. When I say ironworks, I mean the old charcoal iron furnaces. So maybe that's why so much of this is still intact. And I'm with my friends Tony and Debbie. But they went in a different direction, so we will catch up with them. I tend to kind of wander. So how cool is this structure? Not sure if this is part of the ironworks, but I had to check it out. Let's see what the sign says. This charming Gothic style building featuring Quartra foil windows served as a smokehouse and butcher shop for the Cornwall estate. So there seems to be so much more on these grounds than simply the iron furnace. This place is beautiful. Trying to get out of the sun glare so you get a better look at it. This was used as a smokehouse. Oh, cool.
There, and then the smelter is actually in that building.
All right, so here is one of the iron furnaces.
Yeah, well, that's that they burned the sulfur off the ore in there.
Okay, so what Tony's telling me, this is where they would burn the sulfur off the ore. Oh, it says it on the side? I'm such a dork. So Tony walked around the other area. Okay, so roasting oven. Sulfur was roasted off the iron at this location before it was taken inside for smelting in the blast furnace. And then we have these little dividers. I guess they're not so little. Ooh, there's another huge tree. So maybe this is where they kept the raw materials. Possibly. I'm thinking that kind of makes sense. Ten of these sections, and they're huge. All right, so I'm 5'11". I'm thinking these are probably about 10 feet high, these walls. All right, Tony found a pretty good board here. Okay, so these are some of the things we've already looked at. Okay, so this is a roasting oven. We know that. Gatehouse. Did we see that yet? I did not.
I don't know.
This was a Gothic revival boom.
Butcher
Shop. Okay, so it was butcher shop and smokehouse. It did have a sign that said smokehouse.
There's a charcoal barn, the wagon shop, the blacksmith shop. That might
Charcoal barn.
I don't know what was up there.
Wagon shop, blacksmith shop. And this is the furnace. And these are some pictures from inside the furnace, which we're not going to be able to get in because it's not open. This is the furnace right here then, right, Tony?
If it looks like that, I can't tell from here. I think it is. Or...
I believe it is, but let's walk down and check it out. So this, I believe, is the furnace. Cornwall mines. There's mines around here.
Yeah, they mined and then Bethlehem Steel bought the mine.
Okay, well, I will. From what Tony was telling me, they bought 400 acres and they would actually do the mining in this area. And it was sold to Bethlehem Steel?
The mines, they mined set there.
From 1924 to 1972, Bethlehem Steel mined a separate eastern ore body in the number 4 mine near the villages of Anthracite and Rexmont.
Yeah.
So that's not here, right? That's
Well, it's said they bought it. For 236 years, were some of the most productive iron mining enterprises in the world.
Wow.
So Bethlehem Steel took operational control of the mines in 1916
Okay.
for 50 years.
And when were the mines started? In 1742?
And 5, 6...
Open pit mine in
open pit mine.
1798. So, wow. So
Well,
there's a
he
lot of
took-
history.
No, I think it was before that. Somebody else took over the mines. Peter Grubb started it, and this guy took over in 1798. They bought him out. But that's the gatehouse. So I'm going to guess back in there is where the house, like the estate was.
So there's the historical marker. This was built by Peter Grubb, operated from 1742 to 1883. 1742. Wow.
Here. Like there's Robert Coleman. Iron Master's Mansion.
Okay, so I don't know if that's still standing, but maybe it is. Grounds were purchased in
Church home.
Okay, so that was their mansion. I don't know if that's still here. I'm gonna say maybe not.
It might be up.
But when you say, yeah, but see, it looks like there's a building complex back there.
yeah.
So I'm thinking this may not still be standing. This was an estate greenhouse, which I'm guessing is probably not still there. But again, we will look. There's a sign that says Cornwall Manor. And I'm assuming back there is where their residence was, the mansion that I showed you a picture of on the storyboard, but it is no longer standing. Paymaster's building, circa 1860. It's beautiful. You know, as I'm walking here, I see there is a park down here. So I'm gonna take a quick look down here. I don't think the mansion's still here, but you know, you never know. And you know, it's the unknown that makes these explorations actually more interesting, I think. Okay, so it is still here. I will have to tell Tony that. We'll be back on the other side of the street. So, oh my God, look at this place. Wow. That's beautiful. You know, as I'm walking around here, thinking that this is a park, I'm starting to think this might be part of the elderly residence. So I'm not sure I'm supposed to be back here. But I'm just gonna get a quick shot of that old residence. I'm not gonna go walking around it. That is beautiful. And you can see how the earth is leveled off in like 3 steps up to that mansion. If I figure it out and we are allowed up there, I will go up there. If I don't figure it out, I don't feel comfortable going up and filming something if we're not supposed to be back here. Another look at the Grubb, Coleman, Freeman, Buckingham estate. So it looks like that mansion is still intact, so that's a wonderful thing. And they do offer tours here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it today because I'm a little pressed for time. They're not open yet. I think they open maybe in about a half an hour. So we're just going to kind of check out the outside. I feel like I see a furnace door up there. I can't really zoom in with this camera. But it is very cool. It's a little dangerous walking along this road, so I'm going to get off the road. But geez, this is just amazing. Like, they don't build things like this anymore. They build things for the purpose, but this was obviously built for the purpose. In fact, I don't know if you can see it, unfortunately, with this camera, but right where I'm pointing, you can see kind of like furnace doors that open up, and I'm thinking that's the furnace. And there's some wheels or something up there. All right, so anyway, this is the other side. Beautiful. I'm not in this area too often, so not sure I'll get back. So I definitely wanted to just do a quick video of this place. If I do find myself in this area again, I think I'm going to take that tour. Cool stonework. They all have these little points on the top for some reason. Look at the iron gate. Very cool. Upside down arrows. Interesting looking tree stump. All right, another view of this gate. This, I would assume, would be the way you would enter into the residence. Front entrance, maybe. And this probably continued over to where we were earlier, which is now not public property. Straight up to that mansion, maybe. See if we can see into this window at all. This basically just says it was built in 1742 and it continuously operated until 1885, and it was presented to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in 1932. A lot of these structures and buildings are over on that side, or they're no longer standing. Like this, I really would love to see that estate greenhouse. Maybe it is over there somewhere, I don't know. But we're not going to get to see them today. And I'm thinking even if you were to take the tour here, you wouldn't see them. Okay, so I think we pretty much saw what is available to see today. So just wanted to thank you for watching this video. If you could give it a like, that would be awesome. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.